First of all, we want to thank Musings of a Gentleman for having us as our Artist of the Week. We are Behold Oblivion, a band from Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Eric, I'm the vocalist, guitar player, Jeremy, the other guitar player, and bassist Leo couldn't make it here today. And Jeremy, go ahead and tell us a little about our band.
Brief history on the band. We were originally known as Tightrope. We formed in 2002 and we're all about 11 years old. We've been playing music together for the past 9 years and completed our lineup last year when we met Eric and got him on as our vocalist.
Pretty much the name Tightrope, they had that name since they started the band, you know, all those years back then. Eventually when I joined, we started writing music that was a little bit different from what they had originally started out. And we had a lot of different people in the industry telling us how important, you know, a first impression was to people who check out your band, and a name is probably like, you know, 50% of that. So we decided we wanted a name that fit our current music and style a little more suitably than Tightrope did. And then, so we sat down and brainstormed and came up with Behold Oblivion, which kind of we kept in mind when we were writing our debut album, Witness, that just came out, because, you know, the two themes kind of go together. I don't say no, because I joined the band in the last year that it was known as like Tightrope, and that's the name that we put out our first EP, The Infinite Being under. And as far as what we've been trying to achieve between that EP and this full-length CD, nothing has changed very much, so I would say no, the name change hasn't brought about any musical changes at all. I can only speak for myself, but I know us as a whole, we all have very diverse musical tastes. Obviously we're all fans of metal, but I know Pete and Jeremy are very interested in jazz guitar because that's what they study at school. I'm a fan of classical music as well. Some bands that I've been recently into, you know, Meshuggah, this band called Carnival, Scar Symmetry, a lot of death metal stuff.
Yeah, I've basically just been into a lot of like the newer like deathcore, like death metal stuff or progressive stuff. One of Osiris, Black Dahlia, Wretched, stuff like that, Behemoth.
June?
Yeah, well, as Eric said, we all listen to huge diverse amounts of music, so to keep it in 4 simple bands, Circus Revive, Applaud the Impaler, awesome band that we just toured with, one of the most talented death metal bands that I've had the pleasure, the privilege, the honor of sharing the stage with. Spawn of Possession, great death metal virtuoso band, and Black Dahlia.
Dan?
And I would have to say, I listen to music like as like influence, and as far as drummers go, I love Between the Buried and Me, Black Dahlia, Periphery, Necrophagist, Bail Maya for sure, Born of Osiris, yeah.
Our debut CD, Witness, which we just released in July, we self-recorded, mixed, produced, and mastered the whole thing ourselves. We like to keep the highest level of control that we can over our music. I think that's just because the way we think and like how much this stuff we write means to us. And I know these guys can speak for themselves as well, because they've been, you know, a band together before I was in the band.
Elaborating on what Eric just said, because we've been a band for so long, we have a very fluent level of musical communication. Basically what that means is if any of us have an idea for a riff or a song that we can't finish or we're stuck at a certain point, we know that we can bring it to any member of the band and fully collaborate and create an awesome song and get product, something that we're very proud of.
So far, the response has been almost unanimously positive. We just spent the last month in July touring the United States, and every place we played was to be a band that isn't signed and to not be really that well known, you know, it was amazing to see how welcoming people were to us, and you know, willing to buy our merchandise and help a touring band out that they've never heard before. So all in all, we can say that the reception for the album has been phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, we are all very pleased with the end product. As far as recording and production goes, we're still learning how to do it, so we know that it's, you know, not the best sounding CD. But we're just waiting for the right opportunity and the right support, because we know if we had, you know, the kind of access to production that other bands, these signed bands had, that we'd be able to deliver something that's like, I don't know, can exceed even our own expectations, because I know that we set the bar pretty high for ourselves. So we're satisfied with the CD, but we know that there's a whole other dimension that we can reach.
It could always be better.
Always be better.
Toured the country in the month of July on the Demolish and Obliterate tour with Oblivion and Taylor. Everybody go check them out, buy their album, hit them up. Great band, awesome.
First of all, I want to thank Musings for having us as their band of the week. Thank you to our fans. Thank you to our new fans we'll make through this interview. Please check us out. If you can, support us, buy merch, support any local music you can, because, you know, I'm sure most of you know that are on this site how difficult it is to be a musician starting up, being unrecognized, and all the hard work that goes into that. So please, don't give up and support all the bands you can.